millions and more. We are so fortunate, we are so blessed. I'm very, very excited in that it just seems that abundance from everywhere is just coming into our family. I spoke not long, I think last week or the week before, that we had a gift right at the tail end of the year from a construction company that is going to give us 4 carpenters for 2 full days each. And the project that came to mind, these guys are really specialized, high dollar, custom home remodel guys. They build custom homes and remodel, really fancy guys. And so we talked about doing our kitchen, tearing out the sink cabinet that's all rotten and the drawers are falling down, the sink's all messed up and been leaking for just 26 years that I know of. And we're get rid of that and put in all new and a new floor. And so I was excited about that. So I was talking to the gentleman that made it possible that we could have the 6 guys show up and put our new floor in one day. He said, well, don't waste those high dollar carpenters on tear out. We'll just get a crew together. We'll come over and tear it all out, nail the plywood down, get ready for the new floor so you can use them to their best advantage. So that's another group of guys that are coming for free. So this week I was talking to one of our fellows from an AA group. His name's Cal. And Cal has his back messed up. And he needs some high back chairs to hold his back up high. He said, he called me and said, would you mind if I bought like 6 chairs and donated them to the hall so that those of us that need high back chairs can have them? I said, what a gift. And he sent me a picture of them. They're beautiful. They're upholstered and they're really nice. And they're very expensive. And he said, I came into some money. He said, does the church need any chairs? And I said, well, no, we've got a bunch of folding chairs, and when we have like weddings and big Sundays, and it's sufficient. I said, we're actually good, except we've got a project coming up. And I told him about the kitchen and our plans, and I said, the only expense we're gonna have is actually we gotta buy 8 foot of bottom cabinets, an 8 foot countertop pre-made from Home Depot, and a stainless steel sink. We're talking $1,000, $1,500. He said, well, when you get ready, let me know. I don't know if I can cover it all, but I'll cover most of it. I'll write you a check. And it just keeps getting better. We just keep expanding, sharing our abundance with our community, tithing and participating in community events, and it just keeps coming into us. That flow of abundance, it flows through us. And I think that the pipe just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and more stuff goes in and more stuff goes out. And our whole community benefits. So and our whole year is just, what a wonderful way to start the year. And I'm just excited to see where all this comes up to. So if I act a little goofy, you know why now. So it just, I'm gonna ask that all of us just close our eyes for a minute, and however you want to feel it or say it or think it, let's just give thanks that we can be part of this beautiful abundance that the universe, that God, that Spirit has provided for us and made us a part of. I'm thankful for everything, and I have no complaints, and so it is.
It's funny when Pat says, I have no complaints. That was Vivian's favorite line. I don't have a real tight script for my Monday message. I'm inspired by going to see my grandbabies. I'm a proud grandma, and I have 5 little ones that just fill my heart with joy. My lead off is, sometimes the greatest way to appreciate what we have and where we are is to leave the nest and get out of our comfort zone. So tucking myself into those grandbabies, I was amazed at the lessons that they shared with me in being able to slow down to the speed of children and tap into their message. I really treasure the little ones. And I asked one grandson, when I go down to see the babies, we have 3 family birthdays that happen during the holidays. I have a birthday that falls near one of those national holidays. And I know when growing up how annoyed I was when my Christmas presents held school clothes, or the birthday presents, right? So, oh yay, this is so cool. So my going down to see family in the holidays, I really concentrate on those who have a birthday during those holidays. They need their birthday to be separate from the traditional celebration. And one of the little ones that I asked him, his birthday is Christmas Day. Mama's birthday, his mama's birthday is Christmas Day. They share a birthday and the holiday. And I asked him, I says, what's your favorite part of the holidays? What's your favorite part of Christmas? Not the birthday, because we separated that out. And from without parents around coaching him, he said, the joy on other people's faces when they open the gifts that we picked out for them. He just turned 7, and that was his sharing from the babies. I got to be there to see the youngest granddaughter turn 1 on New Year's Day. That's her birthday. She gets to have fireworks to celebrate her birthday every year. Isn't that cool? And she's in a Montessori preschool. So some of the gifts that my daughter suggested for her were these cute little things. She's 1, and her favorite toy was a unicorn that did really cool stuff. And they don't, in her school, they teach them sign language. So I didn't know that the sign language and music activates a different side of the brain from talking. Some of the toys she got had these songs that I remembered the song, but I couldn't remember the words. And it was head, shoulders, knees, and toes. She knew what it was. She, with the joy on her face, she's boogieing down, and her little butt's going and everything else, and she's pushing around. Because music touched her at 1 year old. Like the words aren't there yet, but the hands are doing sign, and those little ones know a language that I don't even know yet. She's pushing her little finger out. Youngest grandchild is months, and I have to subtract a month for his age because he came kind of early. And to make mommy and daddy feel better, they have a sensor on him at nighttime so he doesn't cut off his ear when he rolls over because he's not strong enough yet. And yet, that little one is participating in conversation by babbling and cooing with passion, and he likes music too. So when music's going on, his little body, tiny in his little bouncy bounce, is participating. The oldest one will be turning 12 at the end of this month. And slowing down to the speed of children, mom and dad kind of a timeout is to cut them off from their tablets and make them come out of their room so they're not hermiting and participate. And so with her, I sat down at the table and we were doing diamond painting. And she told me stories of how it was with her friends and who she's in touch with and how she's stayed connected through the device. And I have online chat sessions with friends that are in other states that she went to or preschool with, and how the teachers and the parents are not listening to how people are being mean to her brother, and I'm going to go and I'm going to show them, and I'm going to protect him. And I know there's consequences, and that's fine. And she's going up 12, so she's a little activist. The boys in the middle have diagnoses that they throw letters into a file folder that say that you have ADD, ADHD, and I'm inspired by the journey of the parents trying to protect the children and support them in ways that were not around when I was growing up. While I was down there, we had a tornado alert go overhead. My phone did not go off, my daughter's did. We were in the living room together. It was an F3 tornado. It was sighted across the back fence in the town next door. It went over the top of us, and all of a sudden this alarm goes off saying, get to your safe place. In California, when I was growing up, and I'm kind of old, a lot of decades behind me, we had blackout curtains because, when that nuclear blast came, it might blind the children, so we were taught to get under our desks, right? Because that was going to protect us from that very bright blinding light. You have to duck and cover. And we've been taught here what to do in case of an earthquake. When the ground starts moving, we duck and cover because things might come down, and that's smart practice. I've not been trained in tornadoes. Children were. And so when the alarm went off, and I ain't from around here, right? New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, we had hail that was as big as a walnut. I'm not trained for that, okay? And then a couple days later, we have this tornado go over. Get to the center of the house, get as far away from the glass as you can, put as many walls as you can between you and the outside world, and it ain't like Kansas, and it's not like Yellow Brick Road. There weren't any storm cellars. Houston is flat, okay? There's no place to take cover. The children let me know that you grab a pillow so in case the glass starts flying, you have something to protect yourself with. Wouldn't you know that? My son took me on a field trip of where the tornado touched down less than 1 mile from his home, where he happened to be out of town when it happened. We're not used to watching the storm reports like here. When we get purple and pink on the map, that means that we've got snow up in Lake County, usually, right? There, it means that there is airborne debris from houses and people's property being destroyed, and it goes from 1 pixel to 20 and 30 pixels on the screen, and you're hoping it's not you. Where we toured, a woman lost her life in a mini house. She was heating soup, and it was like Yellow Brick Road, and her building went aloft. The destruction I saw there is not like what we're used to at all, and there, I've got a picture of a piece of steel up in a tree wrapped around. But as soon as it was all clear, just like us, with an earthquake, you look around, okay, you check your butt, you check your walls, your house hasn't fallen down on you, you count heads in your house, you make sure that the pets are okay, you make sure the people around you, and 20 minutes later we were going out to see Moana 2 together, okay, and enjoy family time. If you're not hit by the disaster, you don't really feel it. There's folks in Southern California going through it. There's the stupid normal politics of trying to make it political when it's not our family. I have extended family and community that were impacted, that came home to ashes. I'm a survivor of fire, okay? My babysitter lit my house on fire when my children were little at Christmas time. During single degree temperatures. So I came home from work one day to no pillow, no toothbrush, no underwear, no safety, no presents, no winter clothes. It doesn't matter where, who, and how you are. The communities can help support each other. It's not about politics. Those little tiny children giving me their hope and encouragement taught me to stay present and in the moment. Joy at something like a song, sharing together, moving at the speed of children. So when I go away from home, it helps me appreciate what I have here. I would much rather live in earthquake country where it floods and where occasionally there's a fire, but we take care of each other. So look to the babies for lessons in being present in the moment. And while it might not be your house that got hit or yours that burns, we're all in this together and we can help each other survive.
Well, thank you, Sabrena. Those earthquakes or those tornadoes or something. I've lived through lots of them out in Kansas, and they're terrifying. Anyway, good morning and welcome. I see a couple new faces. Welcome. Glad you're here this morning. You You won't be here very long at all until you find you are amongst some amazing, wonderful people. So just, you're now part of us. We had a wonderful board meeting this morning. Everything is going along excellently well. 2 weeks from today is our annual meeting. It will be our 125th annual meeting of Church of the Oaks. And you are all invited. It's right after church. It's potluck Sunday. Bring food and learn about how this place works. And we're going to elect some new members for our board. We're going to approve a budget and look at the finances for the whole year, so you know just how much money comes in, how much money goes out, and where it goes. There's going to be new business and unfinished business and an open discussion of whatever you want to talk about. So that's 2 weeks from today, right after church. Thursday, ladies, spiritual book study. This coming Thursday at 9:45 in the hall. Monday night, Healing Circle is still on hold for a while. I'd like to, let me stop. Are there any other announcements of anything going on that we should know about? Oh, I just remembered something. We finally got our bingo machine, our big bingo board yesterday, so we're gonna get it all set up and make sure everything works and the bulbs and the springs and everything's like it's supposed to be. And probably in a few weeks, we're gonna start having bingo, so I think that's just a fun thing. And kids are invited to come to bingo too. And it's free for kids, and when they win bingo, they get great prizes. So, something to look forward to. Anything else that we need to know about time-wise on our calendars? We conclude our welcoming messages by talking about folks that are going through some dark times. Next door, there is a lady who I have worked with over at the co-op school. She's the vice president. And I've worked with her for the last couple of years, and we finally have a in-writing parking agreement that seems to be working out very well. And the only thing is, 2.5 months ago, she had a massive stroke and was not doing all that great and kind of had a relapse thing, was back in the hospital. She's out now in a rehab facility, you know, where you go. And, her name is Karen. So I'd like to, next week I'm going to bring a card that all of us can send. She's in a very vulnerable place, so her visitors are, she's only allowed 3 visitors period on the list. At one time it's like being in, you know what I'm talking about. So I'd like to sign a card from all of us and get it to their president, who can get it to her. And Karen's just a great gal. She's, I think, the oldest member in the co-op. She is there, she got to be a member because she's actually raising her grandchildren. And so she has a lot more maturity and wisdom than some of the younger mothers do. And such a pleasure to work with. So let's keep Karen and Ron and anyone else you might know of, say their name, put their name out here so we can all share in sending energy to these people going through very dark times or challenging times. Clint?
Amelia and David.
Jackie. Jackie.
Okay.
Mike. Christy. Elise.
Shauna? Anyone else? Let's direct our light to the names we've heard today and to anyone else who might be in a dark place, in a challenging place. And we give them our love and our strength and our acceptance. the overall power of spirit. We direct our light and our intention to the highest good, and so it is. Thank you. This is the time we talk about celebrating our abundance. That's how I started today. We just have so much wonderful abundance. It's like singing to the choir. So let's just read together our affirmation of abundance.
Maybe after we sing our song.
Oh, we gotta sing a song. Thank you. Let's stand up and sing a song, shall we? Open my eyes that I might see, so I could read the order of service. What a novel idea. Opportunity to greet each other in their traditional Church of the Oaks fashion. Good morning, how are you?
I am Susan. Yeah, thank you for your work.
Almost forgot to ring the bell. It's my favorite thing.
You're such a giveaway.
Now let me see if I can get back in the right place in the one of those service. If I just look down and read it would help. But I talked about abundance. You know, we don't pass a basket at Church of the Oaks. We have a basket, it's back in the back. But we help each other work on our intention of sharing our abundance. So when we choose to share a gift with Church of the Oaks, we actually have to get up and walk back and choose to put it in the basket. And I think that helps all of us as we can direct our choices and our intention.
Excuse me.
Everything all right, Wayne?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh. All right, let's now read our affirmation of abundance, may we? Our abundance is manifested by our consciousness. May we ponder that wisdom, sir. As we prepare for our meditation this morning, let's sing together, Be Still and Know That I Am God, number 69 in the hymns.
Good morning. Take several long, deep breaths. Take a moment and in your mind's eye, imagine you have discovered a beautiful waterfall. You feel drawn to it. And begin to stand under it. Absorbing the wonderful feel of the water flowing on your head and massaging your shoulders and back. Let it massage away any stresses or concerns.
away. Feel the joy of spirit filling up all that freed up space. Streaming and flowing like a waterfall of light pouring into you. With every breath, this inner light grows larger and brighter. And as you go on your way today, may Spirit be with you. Namaste.
Chad, thank you. And Mr. Thush, thank you for your musical gifts this morning. Before I begin my talk this morning, I just forget sometimes when we have new people, I forget to open an invitation after church every Sunday. We have fellowship in the hall where we have coffee and donuts and cookies and who knows. The last Sunday of every month is potluck. But today we have coffee and donuts and cookies and stuff. And we just get together and be family with each other. That's really, I think that's as nice as coming to the church service, quite frankly. So welcome to each and every one of us to join together in fellowship after the service. Today I'd like to talk about something that what came to my attention, Ward sent me what do they call that thing, a messenger thing? Whatever that
Oh,
is.
like real,
What's that?
real, R-E-L.
Okay, anyway, he sent me this little video. And it was a Rabbi Taub, T-A-U-B, and you can look him up on YouTube, I did, and it was an interesting little 3 or 4 minute video. And this gentleman said, you know, there's 2 kinds of people. In the whole world, there's 2 kinds of people. And I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing that you can generalize the entire population of the world into 2 groups. But it was quite interesting. He said, there are people who are thermometers, and there are people who are thermostats. He said that the thermometer people, they tell you what the temperature is in their room, in their world, in their life. And whatever's going on, whether they're happy or in total chaos, or pain, crying, or laughing, or upset, or frightened, that's the temperature it is in their world. The thermostat people get up in the morning and they set the temperature in their room. They choose to have a day filled with joy, looking for the funny, looking for the good, showing kindness and gratitude and caring and empathy. And he spoke about these for a few minutes, and I got to thinking about that. I can see where he's coming from. That's a very astute observation and a great analogy of people. But I don't think it's an either-or thing. There are definitely some people who are just victims of their chaos in their lives every day. That's where they are. But I think every one of us, I know that I wake up in the morning some mornings and I say, whoa, I'm going to have a good day today. I just feel it. And I have a great day. It may have little bumps and grinds in it, but it's a great day. And then I wake up in other days and the carpet's all wet halfway through the house, a pipe busted. I go out to get some parts and the car's got a flat tire. I've had those days where the temperature was not very good. And I think we all do. But it was a good thing to think about and ponder. And it maybe gave ideas of possibilities that each one of us could maybe start a little practice unique to your own lifestyles. They say that a spiritually aware and enlightened person wakes up and has meditation every morning. How many? A couple, a few. Most of us have different practices that we do. But maybe if we got up in the morning and we just, today it's my intention to have as peaceful a day as I can. I'm going to look for joy in the occurrences and the experiences that I have. I'm going to look at people and try not to judge them and just appreciate that they're on the same road I'm on. We're struggling to get through this all in one piece and still smiling. And I think if we would have that little affirmation maybe when we get up in the morning, and maybe when the first couple things go wrong, maybe that first flat tire that we looked out and find we have, maybe do that affirmation again. Flat tires happen. But that's no reason to let it wreck my whole day. It's no reason for me to snap at the lady checking out my groceries at Safeway. There's no reason to scream and yell at people trying to find a parking place. And I've thought about this a lot because I'd like to say I was one of those people that looked for the giggle in everything. And I try that a lot, but I get caught up in the chaos. And you were just down where they had tornadoes in Texas. There's some real fear going on, real chaos, real challenge, terror. And we all face that occasionally. But the fact that you're able to, an hour later, go to the movies, don't let it wreck your whole day. There's chaos in every life. I don't know, maybe, is there anybody here that has no chaos? Has learned to get past all that? No, that's part of living. But I think if we can remember this little story about the thermometer and the thermostat, we can all be thermometers. And we can all be thermostats. We can all set the temperature in the room. We can all set the consciousness of our day. I just am amazed sometimes when I see people going through some really tough times. And Ron's a perfect example. Ron's got some huge challenges going on in his life. How you doing, Ron? I talked to him 2 days ago. How you doing, Ron? He says, well, I'm doing okay, actually. I'm still working, everything's going okay. He said, there's some issues, but I'm fine. And to be able to have that kind of attitude, going through what he's going, that's such an example to me. Talking with Ron lifts me up. Because he can be real bitter and real afraid and real angry. He's got those things, we all do. But he works at keeping an up attitude. He looks for the joy. He looks for the positive points. And I wonder if we could just be thinking about a little mantra or a little affirmation, or just that one sentence every few hours. It's a little rugged today, but I'm still going to look for the smiles on people's faces. I'm going to still look for ways that I can show a little kindness instead of bitterness. I'm going to see if I can't spend a little time accepting folks instead of judging folks. I think that would enrich our lives. I think that would make getting through the day a little better, a little easier. And at the end of the day, maybe we wouldn't have quite as many regrets. Or might be able to go to sleep without a lot of anxiety or anger or fear. Be a thermostat as often as you can. Set the temperature in your day's experiences. Because the days when we can't seem to get control and it just gets crazy and nuts, and that's going to happen to all of us. And maybe having a little affirmation, maybe a little quiet time, maybe set your thermostat in the morning to be a day of joy, a day of kindness. That's it. That's what I came to tell you this morning. And maybe we can all just kind of ponder that a little bit and think about how many times we can just maybe claim today is going to be a little better. Let's sing a song, shall we? Wayne, what is Flow, Spirit, Flow? The lyrics in this song, pay attention to them. They're excellent lyrics. Good to see you.